Okay, let's start with our daily mobility routine. Now we will start with the spine. So here, how do you align yourself? So right now, when I'm on my all fours, my hands are under my shoulders, right? My hip joint and knee joint are in a straight line. My legs are not in or out like that; they are in a straight line, right? Now let us start with this basic spine mobility, the cat camel. So what you do is inhale up, exhale down. Okay, do it with me. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Up. We will start with 5 repetitions. So for beginners or non-beginners, 5 repetitions of each movement that we'll be doing today in the whole mobility is important. So five repetitions. Okay. Now after this, the spine is up. So whenever you do this, you need to incorporate with your breathing. Every movement that we are doing today will be incorporated with your breathing. Okay. Keep this in mind always through the movement. Right. Let's go. Now coming to the wrist. Now my hands and wrist and shoulders are in one line. Now I'll just go forward and backward. Load the wrist, take off the lid. 3, 4, and 5. Now in the same place, while loading the wrist, you rotate on them. 1, 2, 3. If it is hurting, you can do it easy in your comfortable range. 1, 2, 3. So I'm doing with 3 repetitions because it is with the wrist. You can always go range from 3 to 10 repetitions for each exercise that we are doing today. 3, 5, 10, whatever works the best, and then gradually increase them. Okay. After that, I take my wrist this way. I'm facing my palms towards me, trying to get my elbows straight, then out, then in, and then trying to get them straight, and then out. Okay, again I'll be showing it to you this way. Okay, you do it here, 1, and then out. Then you do it in, so you face, okay, the palms are facing towards you, then down, towards you, and down, right? Now out, in. So basically with the wrist, we are loading it in all the directions. We are trying to move them. Now comes the next part here. You face your palms towards you. Now you bend with your elbows. Try to touch your elbows down. Come back up. Elbows down. Come back up. Elbows down. Come back up. So for most of us, we might not be able to do it completely, but that's fine. See, if you're able to do it here and you're not able to do till here, that's fine. Hold it here. And from there, you go down and come back. Eventually, as you be consistent towards this within a span of ranging from a week to 10 days to 15 days, depends on how stiff that is, you'll get better. Okay. Now, once this is done, the wrists are done. Now, keeping the wrist here, your forearms. Okay. So I'm taking it forward, rolling it out, taking it forward, rolling it out, taking it forward, rolling it out, taking it forward. So this helps in improving the mobility of your wrist, right? Now coming up next here, what I'll do is I'll go side, come back, side, come back, side, come back, 3, down, 4, down, 4 again, down, 5, down, 5, down. Right now, going for the next here, you lift up, inhale up. Now, as you're exhaling, your hand here goes between your arm and your leg inside. Okay, 1, go back, right? Let me show it this way, up and exhale. So when I go towards this, my elbow bends and I go there down as much as I can, and then slowly come back up and down. Same thing, I do 1, 1. Up, exhale, and exhale. 3. Okay, so I'm doing 3 repetitions over here. After this is done, okay, now comes the ankle. Okay, now what I do is I rotate them clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So for people, many people who are not able to do it on the mat, on the ground, you can always do it on the bed if your knees trouble. Somewhere you got to start. So start from the bed on your mattress and then slowly push down towards the mat. That is also fine. There is no compulsory rule that you need to do on this. It's up to your comfort. You start somewhere and then we all start somewhere, right? We got to start, right? Let's go. Then comes the next part. Now, one, come back. Let me just go a little front. 1, 2. So the same pendulum that we did in standing, now this is going in the full range here available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now comes the side movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now in the next step, we will be moving the ankle and the knee. So here from this position, you touch your toes down. Do not straighten your knee straight up. You will bend your knee. Be in this position. And then start. 1, 2, alternate leg. 3, 4, 5, we'll do 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now touch your knees down. Take it back and sit. Okay, we might we might be having many people here who cannot sit like that. That's absolutely fine. Okay, now people who can sit in this position, we will start with lifting the knees up, right? 1, 2, 3. People with any sort of knee issues should totally avoid sitting on this, though even though you're able to do it, totally avoid if you have any sort of knee issue. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now comes the next part. You touch your hands down, touch your toes down, go back, sit and down. You can do it with support or without support. Okay? This is for your ankle and your knees to move better. Okay? So 3 to 5 to 10 reps, whatever your body is comfortable and allows you to. So this is for the ankle. Now coming up next, for the hip. Okay, so for the hip joint here, we will start first with lying down on the ground on your stomach, and then we will come and do it in the sitting, the hip mobility. Okay, now lying down here, we will start with the spine again and then the hip too. So hands in the same line with your shoulders. Now what you do is, either if you're not able to straighten up and do it, you will bend and do the knees. I'll show you how. So first is you bend your knee without lifting the shoulder, you go back and come out and then back. 2. Okay. 3. Very minimal, the shoulder lifts up. 3. So the next step, if you're not comfortable doing, do not do it. You can skip that. Now lift up the leg. I'll do it and come. So the difference is the knee goes straight and then you're taking back and then you're down. Okay, and then down and then down. Okay, Now, here, the legs up and down. Wow, this feels great. Two, three, four, five, six. Okay, now this goes three. Now, the next up, my left hand is straight, my right hand bends, my right knee bends, and I just go one. So in mobility, you're not going to hold it, okay? You go into the movement and come back. Three, four, five, six, seven, eight. So this targets your obliques, this targets your shoulder and your back and your knees too. Okay, now after this is done, now what we'll do is it's a simple movement for your shoulder. You can do it or you can always skip it, no worries. So what you do here is one bend, then take it in, shoulder inwards, then backwards. So now if you look at my palm, it goes facing down, then when it goes back, it goes facing up. So 3 to 5 reps. Similarly, one, two, keep breathing, three, and four. Okay, now let's go up next to the hip mobility. So here what you do is when you sit down straight, right? You sit down straight. Now one leg goes in, other leg goes out. Okay, now I'm going to show two steps over here. One thing is you take it with support if you're not able to sit. We find many folks who are not able to sit like that. That's completely, absolutely all right. Okay, as I said, we all start somewhere. Now you're here, you take support, right? And then without lifting the hands, you just go one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Okay. Now, this is the basic one. And if at all you're able to sit like this without support, what you can do is now you can just do not hold anywhere. You can just take your hands here or here, whatever works the best. Okay. One, simultaneously. Two, three, four, five. Yes, you might move a little forward. That's all right. You can always come back. Six, seven, eight, nine, 10. So this hip mobility helps you with not only with the hip mobility, but your back feels better. The back people suffering with back pain who sit for a long time with work, who stand for a long time, this is way helpful, right? Now, coming up next, the third step here. Now, this is if you're not comfortable doing or you're not able to do it, that's absolutely fine to skip either any of the steps through the mobility routine if you're not able to do it. Now, keeping the hands here, you lift up one, sit down. Okay. Similarly, you're in, up, one, down, two, down. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, this is the same thing to increase the challenge as you progress. You can just keep your hands up and then also do it. Okay, now coming up to the next, after the hip mobility is done, if you're comfortable sitting in this position, you sit this way. If not, you can just sit in a normal cross leg. If not, you can just sit on the chair, up to you. So this is for the shoulder next that we are doing. Okay, hands facing forward, sorry, both the hands facing upwards towards the ceiling. Now one hand goes in, other hand goes out. So like a corkscrew, you just move in, out. Very important for your shoulder overall to move. This not only moves your scapula, your shoulder blade, but also moves your collarbone, which is very important for a better shoulder movement. Now, this is done 5 to 10 reps. After this, both the hands facing upwards. One hand goes up and back, other hand goes down and back. Okay? Then you open both and then go. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? Now, if at all you're not able to do this both together, what you can do is just keep other hand down, one hand goes one up and down, whatever range it is available right now. Remember, consistency is the key to improve from what you are now, right now to where you want to go next. Okay, so this goes with the shoulder. Now, next up comes shoulder. Again, the mobility itself. But here there are three stages. Whichever works the best for you, whatever is available range, you will go with that. So, first up, you will start with holding your wrist. Take it up and come down. Take it up and come down. Take it up and come down. Okay, if you're comfortable with this, go opposite elbows. Okay, up, down, up, down. One more, up, down. Now, if you're comfortable with this, now comes the last, the ultimate one here, where you do hold your lower part of your arms just above your elbows. Okay, you hold them there. Inhale, go up, exhale, down. So the catch here is, you once you're going, if it is stopping here, right, give a little push up to the shoulders and then you'll be able to go. But say if you're not able to do that, or the hands are not moving back, do not, say if you're here and you're pushing and it is not going, do not push your head forward. It's okay, just try with this. Eventually you'll be able to do this, right? And 3. Okay, remember 3, 5, 10, whatever works the best for you. See, some movements you will be able to do 3, some you will be able to do 10. That's absolutely fine. But the point is consistency and your breathe.